Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. It is called Twist and Shout. It is 30 double unders or 60 singles, 15 V-ups, 30 ab twists, and 15 goblet squats. So we're going to go through all these movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. Okay, so the first movement is going to be our double under. So you're going to need a jump rope for this. This is a double under is a jump rope where you're passing under your feet twice before landing. So things to keep in mind with this is that you want to really hold that jump rope at the end of the handles. Some jump ropes have bigger handles, some have smaller. So you want really like only about 3 fingers holding the jump rope. And this allows for your wrist to flick. So we're not swinging our arms around, we're just flicking our wrist. And that's what's going to bring the jump rope around. It doesn't, I think people try to like rush the jump rope. It doesn't have to be a rushed movement. You just have to jump high enough in order to get that jump rope through twice. And again, have a nice flick, and it's going to be a rhythm of 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. If you cannot do the double under, you can just do you can double that and make it 60 regular jump ropes. But again, we're not swinging our arms. You really want to do it's just a wrist movement. If you don't have a jump rope, can't jump rope, that's okay. We can do jumping taps. And again, you're going to do 60 of these. So you're going to kind of simulate the double under movement where you're going to tap twice before landing. And it should be a continuous movement as though you were jump roping. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. The next movement is going to be our V up. So I think I can be in here. So we're gonna reach all the way back, and we're gonna come up with our feet and touch those toes at the top in a nice V position. Modifications, knees, alternating legs, or leg raises. For the leg raises, we want our head to be off the ground, our head and shoulders off the ground. We're going to come up and we're going to squeeze that stomach, and we're going to really make sure this is flat against the ground so we're not arched here. Like I can get my hands under here. We don't want that. So we're going to just make sure everything is flat on the ground, and we're going to raise those feet. And for that, we want a little bit slower, more deliberate movement so that we're really engaging those abs and we're not just using our hip flexors there. The next movement is going to be our ab twist. So let's see, do it sideways first. So we're going to stay in that V position. We want a nice V, engaging those abs. We're going to twist back and forth. You can use a weight as well, keeping the weight in and close. If you don't have a weight, you can take a band and you can do 15 on each side. So you're going to sit on that band about in the middle, 2 hands squeezing those abs as you're coming from side to side. Or you can take one of these bands, hold it, and really pull pressure. So really squeezing your shoulder blades back and together. And you're going to keep that pressure as you're moving back and forth, really squeezing the abs and shoulders. Okay. Next movement is our goblet squat. So let's go over the modification first, just so we can get the movement. Modification would be no weight at all. So we want to set up about hip width apart maybe slightly wider depending on mobility. And we're gonna have our toes pointed slightly outward. We're gonna keep our chest up, our back straight, and we're gonna come down, bringing our knees out, and just a straight up and down line. We're gonna come down to at least parallel. So this is parallel, meaning that this leg is parallel to the ground there, or below parallel. We wanna make sure our foot is completely flat on the ground. So reasons why your foot might be coming up off the ground is that you might have your toes pointed forward and your knees are gonna go where your toes are. And when you do that, you're gonna automatically roll onto those toes as you come down, because that's where your body weight is shifting. That's why we wanna come out. That's gonna keep your feet flat on the ground. Another reason could be mobility issues. So mobility in your ankles or your hips may cause you to come down and start rolling. So how do we fix that? We work on our mobility by doing ankle and hip stretches and exercises to strengthen those things. Okay, so goblet squat, we are going to take a weight, and you can use a dumbbell, you can use a slam ball, or you can use a kettlebell for this. We're gonna hold it with two hands, and we're gonna come down. My knees are coming out, my chest is staying forward, my feet are flat on the ground. We can also use a band, and we can do kind of like a front squat with the band. So we can hold the band underneath our hands like this, in between our thumbs, and we're gonna come down. And again, we can use different resistance as we come down and up. Or take one of these bands, and we're gonna put it right above the knee and come down. And this is a good way to really learn how to push those knees out, because you have to really push against that band. Don't let the band push you in. We want to push out. So it just adds a little bit more resistance as well. So those are the movements of today's workout. You're going to keep going through those movements over and over again until you hit 20 minutes. Make sure you challenge yourself. So if you don't think that you can do a goblet squat with a weight all, let's just say you do 10 rounds of this, do it for the first few rounds, or every other round use the weight. Same thing with the ab twist, do different movements, and the V-ups, try different movements out. You don't have to just pick one movement for the whole time. If you have to, lighten it up halfway through, do that, but challenge yourself. And then always come back and revisit this workout. See if you're doing the same movements, same weights, or if you progressed and you've gotten stronger and faster. So good luck.